Live, right?
Yep, and we're live. I see it says end stream. Okay,
cool.
Yeah, we're live. So,
all right.
Good day, good people, good evening, peoples. This is Big CED, the industry Cosign. Yes, I don't talk about my hair yet because I love my hair and I'm getting it braided tomorrow. But anyway, back to the latest edition of I'm going to rename it this show. The people I know, yours, if you don't really have real friends. This edition is typically my friends are better than yours, but I couldn't find a friend in time, so I got the guy you see on the other side right now. I'm going to do my little spiel and introduce him because, I don't care what he does or who he is, but like I said, this is an emergency session, so, But anyway, superhero DJ Jon Quick is not only one of New York City's most popular club DJs, but he's also the creator, co-host, and music curator, mixmaster of the Afro Flavor Radio Top 10 Afrobeat Countdown. This is the first Afrobeat hybrid Top 10 Countdown mix show in the United States. Initially heard Fridays on WBLS 107.5, and now heard every Friday at 7 p.m. on this funny-looking guy who can't DJ named DJ ScratchVision. And I know he's going to get me at the end of it, but it's okay. They constantly play it to an audience of over 20,000. He is also the newest member of New York City's newest hip-hop and R&B station, 94.7 The Block, with two dope mix shows, Gotham After Dark every Friday at 12 midnight and Saturday nights with the Superhero, a show where superhero comics movie culture meets classic hip-hop and R&B, also heard at midnight on Saturday. He recently was on in Atlanta until they kicked him out with a show called The Superhero Saturdays on Magic 107.5/97.5, The Real Sound of Atlanta. It used to come on Saturday between 7 and 9. Jon has always spun for a who's who of celebrity clientels such as Beyoncé,
he said clientele,
O'Neal, AJ Calloway, Jay-Z, Jerome Bettis, Vanessa Williams, and Michael Strahan, just to name a few. For almost 10 years, he was one of the...
Okay, that's enough, man. That's enough.
You're right, it is enough. I'm getting sick of trying to read this.
It's enough. First of all, but bro, you know what I was thinking, man? As you were reading, I was like, yo, you know who would be a dope sponsor? Hooked on Phonics. That would be a dope sponsor for your show. Because your ass can't read for shit.
Yeah, that was actually funny. But I had the pleasure of promoting parties with DJ Jon Quick many, many years ago, and I haven't been to a party of his since because
we remember we instituted that height requirement, so nobody under 5'5" could come. Males anyway. The women were complaining they kept meeting. I don't want to say midgets because that's not politically correct, but dwarves. Anyway,
yeah. we did Mocha Lounge on Wednesdays. We did several parties in Harlem. So I mean, I had the pleasure of having other people witness that he wasn't a good DJ, but they used to come to parties for me, so I understood and I appreciated that. But I have known Jon for
listen, y'all know all those stories I tell on Facebook about the people who come to the DJ booth with stringent breath. Well, I'm making the big reveal. Half the time it's him. Oh, I should put it that way. Yeah, him.
Everyone knows I haven't been to a DJ Jon Quick party since my ears were bleeding, like about 12 years ago. Like my ears were bleeding so much where like they used to call me Red Man because all of the blood coming from my ears. But anyway, okay.
Let's call me Red Man because the blood from my nose was smelling your breath.
Okay, let me try to.
This is what everybody expected. All right, let's get serious now.
Let me try to focus a little. Now, actually, like people who know me know that I've been freelancing for Black Enterprise off and on for the past 12, 13 years. And
I always wondered, like, what did you have on the chief editor to let them to allow you on their platform?
I can't reveal that, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So that's why I'm still able to write today.
I'm gonna get them to hire Alex Cross.
Wow.
Find out what's going on, bro. Because All right, let me stop.
I was about to give you a compliment. I was about to say you were the
I'm
first.
sorry.
You were the first DJ I actually featured for. Yeah, you were actually the first DJ I featured on Black Enterprise, and at the time Obama was running for president, and if I'm correct, you had done an event called I guess
DJs for
Black
Obama.
DJs for Obama or something like that.
No, just DJs for Obama.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you spearheaded that. And
you said what? I just caught what you said. I thought you said black at first, and I was like, no, it's said. It's probably wet.
No. But and it was a big push, of course, to get Obama in office. And I know you recently did that with Vice President Harris.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, I just want to acknowledge that you were the first DJ I spoke to for Black Enterprise. And I guess I'll start it off by asking the basic question of like, what made you decide to venture into DJing?
Well, it's basically my mom and dad, they used to always, have the house popping with, classic music, growing up and everything. We had remember that big stereo that had the record player built in? We had that at one point. We had the solo record player.
The big knobs inside.
Exactly. We had all that. So, I grew up in a small town called Dunbar, West Virginia, which is right outside of Charleston. It's a suburb of Charleston, which is the capital. I lived, for reference sake, I lived on the other side of Charleston where Randy Moss and Jason Williams, they lived on the other side, which was a lot more racist from where I'm from. But anyway, long story short. Exactly. What was that?
I actually clicked on something on the website. Sorry.
If you don't get
you bored me already. I got to do other things while you're talking.
Get your fat fingers off the damn computer and listen to what the hell I got to say. Anyway, so one day, well, not one day I caught this show up because we didn't have any black radio stations in West Virginia at the time. So one day I caught this show on public radio called Black Beat. Yeah, Black Beat. And it was a DJ from New York, and he was mixing and blending the records together. Now, mind you, this is, the mid 80s. I was just like, wow. I said, that's dope. And I couldn't figure out, I'm 14 years old. I couldn't figure out how he was doing it. So then I found out he was going to be DJing this club, maybe like a block away from my house. So I rode over there with my little bike, whatever. And I said, okay, he probably is going to get there like maybe an hour or so early. So I waited right in front of the club with my bike, and he pulled up. His name was Stu Wing. God bless his soul. He passed away many years ago. But when he was walking, I said, are you Stu Wing? He was like, yeah. And I started asking, so how do you make the records blend together? And I think he just got a kick out of his little, skinny little 14-year-old asking him all these questions. He said, listen, let me go inside, set up. I'll be right back. So I was waiting, and he came back out with a napkin. And he had drew like 2 turntables and a mixer on the napkin. He goes, you have to buy this, and you have to have 2 turntables. And then, you'll have to work in terms of how to figure out how to blend everything together. But that's how I do it. I bet. So I went home and told my mom, I'm all excited and everything. She was like, I was like, well, how much is it? She said, how much is it? And I said, let me go look. So let me tell you how old this is. So I went and looked at Radio Shack. See, like, how much is a mixer? Because we had 1 turntable. I said, I think I could get another one, borrow one or something. And, I think it was like $120 or something like that. And my mom looked at me. She goes, all right, well, you got a plenty of grass you could cut around the neighborhood. Good luck. And so that's what I did. I cut grass, earned that money, bought a mixer, borrowed a turntable from one of my friends right up the block. So I had Mitch Max turntables and a Radio Shack mixer. And any DJ that came up in the 80s, remember the mixer with the no crossfader. It just had up knobs, up and down knobs. And that's where I learned to mix inside my room. Nobody taught me. I had to figure it out myself. I had to figure out, well, how do I make the record go faster or slower? Oh, the tone arms, the pitch control. I had to figure out all that, right? So I mixed it in my room for like, no lie, I would say like a year and a half, and only like my closest friends know I could do it. And they was like blown away, like, oh my God. Because again, nobody was doing it down there. And what happened was I went into music class on free Fridays. We could do anything you want on Fridays. So I brought my equipment in, and I was DJing. Everybody was like, ooh, wow, whatever. And then my student teacher from West Virginia State College, the HBCU where I grew up next to, said, he was alpha. He was real cool, Mr. Whitehead. Mr. Whitehead said, hey, bro, you need to be doing college parties. Now, imagine me, and now I'm 15. Imagine me as a 15-year-old this dude telling me I should be doing college party. I was like, what? He goes, yeah. He said, I could get you $150. I was like, what? So think about it. Now, let's reset 1983.
Yeah.
$150 for a 15-year-old. I'm rich, bitch. Right? So basically he said, I'm gonna come back on Monday. I'm gonna have a gig for you. So I was like, all right. Yo, sure enough, he came back on Monday. He goes, yo, I got you to DJ for these ladies. It's a sorority, a black sorority called Delta Sigma Theta. I was like, what? He said, yeah, just show up on Friday. You know, you're DJing the student union. So obviously I couldn't drive. So my mom drove me down there, 8 o'clock, set up everything. And around 2 o'clock, she came to get me. The party was over at 2. And I killed it. Now, mind you, I had I didn't even have real DJ speakers. I had I would say 8, remember those big ass house speakers? Yeah, yeah, I had 8 of them.
The wooden ones?
Yeah, the wooden ones. So I killed it. And yo, they love me. And I'm all high because the college girls are like, oh, he's so cute. Look at him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, I'm doing all the fraternity and sorority parties down there to the point where the college kids on campus knew my mom, because you had to drive up onto the grass for me to unload all the equipment. Yeah. So at the end of the parties, you can hear them say, yo, get out the way. Here come the DJ's moms. So yeah, so that's where I learned, man. And there was a brother on the campus called DJ Swing. He was real cool with Sylvia Robinson's family. He grew up in Teaneck. His name was DJ Swing. He was one of the dopest DJs I ever heard, whatever. And he kind of took me under the wing because I still didn't know how to scratch. I just knew how to blend and everything. And he taught me about, the slip mats and how to scratch. And, and from there, bro, I was a super nerd. I stayed in my room and, just, matter of fact, my senior year, I didn't even play basketball my senior year because I was DJing so much, man. I was like, screw this, man. I'm making this money, whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, so that's how it all started. And I'm going to Marshall. Then from there, I got familiar with the fraternity sororities there. And obviously, there's different chapters all over the state. So I was DJing all over, WVU, West Virginia Tech, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like Marshall, West Virginia State. So it was like I came up in that whole college realm in terms of, being a DJ, man. So yeah, that's how I got started.
Your friend right now, he's part of this group called Full Force. He's actually on Facebook yelling at you, telling you to talk about the show and saying you're boring people.
Tell Lou I said, shut the hell up.
He said,
tell him I'm going to get to that. Tell him I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do it now so we get out of the way. So listen, y'all.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that,
okay,
I have to make a public apology to Bowlegged Lou, who I can't stand, who thinks he's funny, and is about the oldest person in the music industry right now. We did a podcast. I think it was last year. What ended up happening was, for whatever reason, on my side it was blank. You could still hear my voice, but he was still in view. So we had to do it over. But life happens, and he yelled at me the other day because he noticed that I started doing these again and was like, when are we doing this? And I was like, so I apologize, but I figured let me get one enemy at a time. So I said, let me talk to you and then talk to him. So I apologize, Bowlegged Lou, for you looking the way that you, well, no, that's not my fault. But I apologize, and we will definitely get on the horn together, as they say, so that way we can do this. So I give the floor to you, DJ Jon, quick.
All right. So what Seth's talking about is myself, Bowlegged Lou from Full Force, the amazingly beautiful and talented Big Les, originally from Rap City, and her as the ultimate dance choreographer, and my boy Chris Mercado, arguably one of the top 5 radio producers of all time. You know what I'm saying? We're putting together a radio pilot called I don't want to tell you. I shouldn't tell you the name because it's not trademarked yet. Just
I don't want y'all blaming me for not getting it. So
well, we like to blame you for other stuff. But anyway, we're good. We're coming together like Voltron for a really dope radio show. So just look out for us next year. We're going to be recording the pilot in the next coming days. So yeah, it's going to be a thing, man. And I know. The type of music that we'll be playing is something that I guarantee you will be asking for like every week. It's going to be dope, man. And we're going to have some great stories, conversations. Because think about Les and between Les and Lou alone, the industry stories are going to be nice and juicy and funny, and it's going to be dope, man. So just look out for us, man.
Speaking of juicy, will it be on video so I can actually see Big Les every time you do the show?
Yes, but you know what? I was gonna say something really foul about you, but I'm not. I'm gonna be nice because you invited me on your show, even though I reluctantly came. I'm gonna try to be on my best behavior. Despite the fact, for somehow I can smell your breath through the damn video screen. That's some magical. It
smells lovely.
It don't smell like flowers. That's all I'll say.
But speaking of Les, I met Les like when she started, doing her thing, about 70 years ago. And she was just Les.
There would not be any Big Les slander on this show today.
No, I'm about to give her props because Les actually, she was just Les. After meeting me, she's like, "Oh, Big CED." All of a sudden, she became Big Les. So I have to take credit for her calling herself Big Les because it was only Big CED at the time. Now all of a sudden she's Big Les.
But it's different for her. The big probably stands for beautiful, intelligent girl. Whereas let me think. What could that big stand for you? Because it can't be your size.
I believe in God.
Is that what it is?
I believe in God.
Got you. Okay.
And remember,
right, we'll go with
when
that.
I was doing parties, I used to bring in the girls.
What girls? What girls you bring in?
Don't do that.
Oh! I see. You're trying to be politically correct. Because when I think of girls that were born girls.
Don't do that.
You, on the other hand, you're an equal opportunity employer.
I had some of the longest running parties in New York City, so cut it out.
I've heard. No, I've heard.
Negril Village for like 14 years in Negril Village. M15, I think we did like 15 years. Even doing the parties with you, I think we did it for like 2-3 years. So like I've always been consistent in what I do. My website, 20 years this year. I'm That's just great, nice, man.
You gonna do a party?
Nah.
Why not? 20 years, bro. That's an accomplishment.
Well, one.
I hate to admit it, but, yeah.
We have 5 more weeks in a year. So if I'm gonna do a party, it's gotta happen within the 5 weeks. So that way it'll be the 20th. But at the same time, no, you're right.
I got spots for you, bro. Just let me know. If you want to do it, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
So I thought about it, but I've just been so lazy with doing parties. And the only reason why
it looks like you've been lazy with your hygiene, but that's nothing new. But anyway.
Like I said, consistency.
Look, hold on. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, let everybody see that shirt. Everybody see that skeleton? It used to have skin before sand started breathing down.
It used to have headphones. That's
whatever.
Never mind.
Nice try.
Never mind.
No.
But the only reason why I had a birthday party this past year was because my good friend Tammy Ford. Well, excuse me, but my good friends Tammy Ford and Aria. Aria something. Aria wrong? No, Aria right. Let me start. She gonna kill me. Aria and Tammy.
I'm tagging both of them after this is over. And Tammy's my friend. Tammy is not your friend. Aria too.
I've known Tammy since the 40s.
They tolerate you. Since when?
I've known Tammy since the 40s. So yeah. But anyway, they actually started doing a party in Harlem, and the very first one they did was actually on my birthday. So I felt like I had to celebrate with them on my birthday. So that's the only reason I did it this year. Because I haven't done a party pre-pandemic. Maybe I'll do one for my 60th. when I'm still 14 years behind Bowlegged Lou. But speaking of okay, how did you get into radio DJing for radio? Because of course you were doing regular, not necessarily club because they were at college or whatever, but how did you get into the radio game?
Well, my first radio gigs was obviously at college at Marshall University, WMUL. And then while I was in school, West Virginia State College, right next door to it, there was a station that just opened, West Virginia's first all-black radio station, WEYS. And one of my frat brothers, I wasn't frat back then when he hired me. I was still, young and whatever. And he actually asked me to come on, and I ended up doing West Virginia's first all hip-hop radio show called the Hip Hop Assault, whatever. And that ran for like 2 years.
You definitely assaulted our ears, but go ahead.
That ran for like 2 years in West Virginia until there was some funny stuff going on with the books. And next thing you know, they were carrying stuff out of the studio. It was a wrap. But so when I got to New York, I just tried to learn the New York musical scene because it's a lot. People don't realize how much different New York is than any other market in terms of the music. There's certain songs you have to play in New York that you may play somewhere else and somebody will look at you with three eyes. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that because I truly believe DJing is a culture. And I also understand that, all it takes for one person to hear you sound bad, your set is your business card. So once they hear you sound bad, that shit spreads like wildfire. But anyway, so I'm DJing at Katra. What is that? What's Katra? I forgot. It's downtown on I forgot the name of the street. Yeah, Bowery.
Yeah, Bowery.
Yeah, you're right, on Bowery. And rocking the party and everything. Good crowd, good energy. And this guy, he comes to me, he goes, Joe, you're killing it. You're killing it, bro. I appreciate it, man. It's my birthday. He goes, I'm Chris Mercado. I said, Chris Mercado. Wow. I said, we met years ago. So now I got to rewind. So when I first moved to New York, I didn't have any connections. I didn't have any family up here, nothing. So I saw, but I love the radio stations up here, KISS and BLS. So I saw where this guy from KISS FM was going to be doing a production seminar at NYU. His name is Jay Dixon. And we call him Jay Mixon Dixon, the voice of 98.7 KISS FM. That's him. Mm-hmm. So I went to his seminar, and afterwards, I just had all these questions. He goes, man, why don't you just come up to the station? And I started coming up to the station, and at that time, Chris Mercado was the official intern. So I was kind of like the unofficial intern and whatever, which leads to how I got my name. So quick story. So when I first moved here, I was just DJ Quick and whatever. And, when I moved up here, there was like 2 or 3 other DJ Quicks or whatever. And then obviously you have the one on the West Coast. Yeah. So what happened was when I would come up to KISS, I go to the receptionist. I forgot her name. Real pretty Delta. I remember her, but she went to Rutgers. Why can't I remember her name? But anyway, long story short, she used to buzz back to Jay, like, hey, DJ Quick is here. He used to be like, oh, John Quick is here? John Quick is here? Tell him to come on by. And it kind of stuck. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm John Quick now. Whatever, I like that. So that's how that all went down. But anyway, long story short, Chris was the actual official intern at KISS that, when I started going up to KISS. And years later, we reconnected, and he told me, he was like, yo, bro, you need to be on the radio. Now, by then, he's the production manager at WBLS. Yeah. And so he goes, yeah, man. He goes, your frat brother actually runs the entire station, Dion Livingston. I said, oh, word? So he connected us and everything. And, I sent him my spinography, and Dion was like, look, he goes, I could go in there and probably step on some toes or something. He goes, but your resume speaks for itself. I don't think I have to. And so, after a bunch of back and forth, I finally ended up, on the radio. I'll never forget the first time Deja Vu was on the air, and I did like a holiday mix, and she said my name, man. I had to pull over. I had a little emotional moment because now, real talk, that was my dream. Like even growing up, like I used to live in Jersey from like 3rd grade to 6th grade. Before we moved back to West Virginia, I told my dad, I said, yo, I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna be a DJ on one of the radio stations. And at the time, I'm not even thinking about, DJ. I'm thinking about like on-air announcing and stuff like that and whatever. And sure enough, it ended up happening, man. So yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Katra. Yeah. I used to do parties at Katra.
Yeah.
Now here's a fun fact.
Okay.
Tammy Ford brought me in to promote with her at Katra at the time.
What?
I forgot who the DJ was downstairs. No, upstairs.
Yeah.
She hired this former rapper, and it was his very first DJing gig in New York. And I think his name is D Nice.
Get the hell out of here.
D Nice actually got his DJ start at Katra with Tammy Ford, Big CED party. I would say Big CED Tammy Ford, but she hits hard. But that's where DJ D Nice started doing his parties way before, of course, Club Quarantine. Shout out to D Nice, and of course,
shout out to Derek.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but and of course, Tammy and I, we grew up together. Yeah. We literally grew up 2 blocks away from each other. So I've known her since like 3rd grade.
No, she told me she used to wave, goodbye when you hop on that little short bus to go to
school. Did she mention she was a bully? Never mind.
Nah.
Anyway, but
I love me some Tammy. Tammy's sweet. I love Tammy.
She's a mean woman. But D Nice, we of course met at the MC Light video for Paper Thin.
Really?
So, yeah.
He's in the video?
Yeah. Derek was at the light dissed me.
Yeah.
She left with Derek.
Oh yes, you're right. Yeah,
that was D Nice. So so we have a friendship going back 30 years plus, and I always give props to Derek. Yeah. And I just want to bring that up because, like I said, Katra was where he did his first party as a DJ because of course everyone knew him for
rapping and all that. Yeah,
rapping, and BDP. Yeah. And let me tell you about Chris Mercado.
Yeah,
I met Chris Mercado. Of course, I can't remember when I met him, but it may have been around the same time. I don't remember. But when Red Alert had a show at Kiss FM, me and Tuffy, my friend Tuffy, Video Music Box.
Tuffy, yeah.
We came up together. We used to be at Kiss every Friday and Saturday. As a matter of fact, we did promos for Red. We probably did about 10, 15 promos over the years. And
get out of here.
Yeah. And wow. In fact,
so Chris produced them?
Yeah. And that's how I met Chris. And Chris, and years later, Chris was working at Sirius. Yeah. Or was
Sirius? He was working at Sirius.
Yeah, okay, Sirius, because it was Sirius and
he went to Hot 97 after Sirius, I think.
Yeah. So with Sirius, Ralph McDaniels, of course, who I came up with Video Music Box, he had a show. Hot Dog, who used to dance with Chubb Rock.
Yep. Did he have a show with Chubb? He had a show with Chubb, right?
Who, Ralph?
Hot Dog.
Well, I don't know, but with this show specifically on Sirius, it was Ralph, Hot Dog, and I had a segment on there because I had already started the industry Cosign.
Oh, yes, that's right. No, you're right. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yes,
yeah, so I worked with Chris along that time when it was somebody else that was involved with that, but it was Ralph, Hot Dog, and somebody else, and I'm gonna kick myself.
Was it a girl?
Huh?
Was it a girl?
I
feel like it was a girl.
You might be right. I just can't remember. But it'll probably come to me like an hour after the show is over. But of course, as I've done many times ago, I always give props to Ralph. He was a guest before because, like I said, I literally got my start with Tuffy and Ralphie Daniels in the industry. But like I said, the Chris Mercado, I worked with him. Like I said, we used to hang out at the studios when he was working with Red, and then the Sirius show. He used to be like, oh, this that. I love Chris. Chris is a great guy. So Chris Mercado, like I said, I definitely just wanted to give props for that as well. So, but yeah, I lost my sense of thought when I brought that up, because when you mentioned Chris and you mentioned Katra, I was like, hey, you know, but what? Now I know that you were doing radio and you were doing clubs. Now, when I initially met you, you were actually promoting parties.
No, I was always DJ. The thing is, I always had a list. Like cats will tell you, I used to go to parties with a little pen and pad. It'd be like, yo, because again, I didn't come up in New York, so I had to like literally build my list from scratch. So I used to meet people like, hey, I'm such and such, I DJ. I'm gonna be doing some really dope parties from really dope people, whatever. Write your email on here or whatever, and I end up just building up my list there. There was a lot of times where I had to, because and I'm not mad at some of these promoters, but a lot of these promoters always stick to the same DJs or whatever. And I'm never mad at loyalty. But it was hard for me to get in because, again, I'm not originally from New York. So there was this, it was kind of little cliques or whatever. So I had to start building my own brand and promoting. Like, one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from, two people. Dana Whitfield, who used to manage me, she told me, like, yo, you're a dope DJ. Dana Whitfield, for y'all who don't know, is a super dope attorney, and she's the wife of Lord Jamar. She told me, goes, John, you're a dope DJ. You just got to be in the right room. And I didn't understand what she meant. She was like, that means, the right people need to hear you. And she was absolutely right. And then DJ MOS told me one day, because I asked him, yo, bro, you killing it. You hot, like, how'd you get to this level? Yeah. And he said, bro, you just got to make yourself hot. You got to do it on your own. Don't wait for nobody. And I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. Then one more thing I got to add. Rest in peace, my brother Clark Kent.
Definitely.
I remember, this is after I've, kind of gotten more established and everything. And I remember being at Essence Fest before my set, and I'm talking to D Nice and Clark Kent, which is wild. As a DJ, as a fan of DJs, at the end of the day, I'm still a country boy. So, when I'm around these guys, I always got to contain my fandom. I really do. But I was able to do so. So I had on a WBLS shirt, and Clark pulls me to the side. He goes, "What are you doing?" This is when I'm still on BLS. And he goes, "What you doing wearing that shirt?" I was like, "Well, I figure I'm down here in New Orleans. I got a WBLS shirt. I'm bound to be some New Yorkers, right?" So he's like, "Nah, bro, you need to be promoting you. You're a brand now. You need to be promoting you, bro. Later for that, man. Like they could drop you like it's nothing tomorrow. Like, promote your brand, man." And that resonated with me so much. And Scratch used to tell me the same thing all the time too.
He cares what Scratch says, but
there will be no DJ Scratch slander on this show. Anyway, so yeah, man. So that's I forgot what I was saying. What were you talking about?
about Brandon Clark telling you that instead of
I know that, but I feel like we was talking about something right before that. But
no, about promoting, because you.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, I've always promoted, but I was a DJ first. But if you hired me, you got the added bonus of that I would promote, whatever party I'm DJing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So that's how. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I know that when we did parties with that funny looking guy Rob Stevens in Harlem.
Oh yeah. So, bro, but that's right, because they didn't have, at the time when we first started doing it, they didn't have a DJ setup. Remember? They didn't have a DJ setup. So what happened was I would literally do mixtapes. We would play them. So even though I wasn't DJing the party, I was DJing the party. Yeah.
But when I first met you, I assumed you were a promoter because you were getting part of the promoter's fee.
Yeah. That's because I was bringing as many people.
No.
I was bringing as many people as you motherfucking promoters.
Well, actually, now let me stop. No, but that's the reason why I asked about the promoter, because there are DJs who can't or don't promote.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking about that.
Listen. If you get hired, you don't have to promote your events. That's shit. That's even better. But I knew for me, because I'm not from here, I had to build a following. You know what I'm saying, to be legitimized. And to be honest, that following is what helped me get to the point where I could be on the radio. And you're not going to sit here and call me an overnight sensation because, I was grinding. Kath will tell you, man, I was like literally in the parties with a pen and pad, taking emails and all that. You know what I'm saying? Way before social media. So, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Because I remember when I first started doing parties, I came up, during the Ron G and the Kid Capri days where the DJ was the focus of the party.
Yeah, exactly.
And the DJ is still the focus of the party.
Yeah.
But for my purposes as a promoter, like when me and Tuffy started doing parties, Mike Kaiser was actually the one that suggested us doing parties because we was with Video Music Box. Tuffy was hosting, and they were like, "Yo, Mike Kaiser used to work at Tower Records when we first met him."
Tower Records. That's bringing back memories.
So
which one? The one on the one in the Village?
Yeah, the one in the Village.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So 4th Avenue. Yeah. So Kaiser asked us if we wanted to do a party with him. That's how I got into doing parties because Kaiser was like, "Yo, we should do parties." And he's like, "You got Video Music Box. You'll know a lot of people. It's easy." And he was right. The first party we did was at a club called MK. Which is
MK, I remember MK. Yes.
And from there, it just went on. But I learned a lesson right away. Everybody used to go to parties based on the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure that people came to the parties because of me. So,
to see your demise.
However, as long as they came and they paid at the door, that was the important thing. But another funny thing, because I know this is about you, but I just want to bring this up, where me and Tuffy did parties with two guys called the Love Brothers, and we did parties at a club called Club Negril. Of course, this was years before I did Negril Village.
Yeah,
no correlation.
Get out of here. Okay.
No correlation. It was a club on 43rd Street, off 8th Avenue. No, between 6th. I can't remember. It was like in the mix. But we did parties on Sundays. Now there was two DJs that started with us. The Love Brothers. They brought a guy named Ephraim Lopez. I think people call him DJ Enuff.
DJ Enuff, yeah.
So Enuff actually got to start with us as a DJ. And Enuff will tell you, I'm still trying to get him on here because Enuff, if you're looking, we need to talk. But when we started doing parties, like I made sure that people knew me. And I was connected with Video Music Box, so it was definitely an easy sell because Video Music Box will more than likely be at our parties doing the shout outs.
Yeah.
So, but at the time, people went to parties based on the DJ. So I'm like, I couldn't afford. I'm not paying Ron G $10,000 and I go home with nothing and paying all these DJs. So I made it a point to make it about it being a Big CED party, or at the time it was a Big CED and Tuffy party because we were doing parties together.
That makes
and
sense.
Then, like I said, and Big Kap got to start with us as well because he was under DJ Enuff. So it's like I'm responsible for a lot of DJs. But anyway, but I made it a point to make sure that
you're also responsible for the DJ violence too.
I mean, something had to happen, But
I think you should tell the people that story.
Anyway, but for every party I did, it didn't matter who the DJ was because people was coming out because they knew that one, I was able to draw people, and more than likely, if the person is DJing, they were a good DJ because I'm not putting on any whack DJs. Well, until I met you, but that was the thing where because I know you said you had the loyalty. I had a loyalty to Music Rocker because when I went to Negril Village, not to say he's not a good DJ, I'm just saying that when I got to Negril Village, Sim, who owned Negril Village, gave me the option of bringing my own DJ and paying for it or using the house DJ. I'm like, I'm trying to make money. People are coming to the party because of me. So the DJ could be the wackest person in the world, but I'm going to plaque that place because it's a Big CED party. And at the time, I had just started the industry Cosign.
Yeah. So
this was like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a little less because the industry was around, but I had a section called the 5 W's: who, why, what, where.
Oh, you remember that? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I would feature people. So the premise of the party was featuring the person who's on the 5 W's. But I say all that to say because, like I said, I'm going off on a tangent, and I hate when I do that. But I made sure that, and when Music Rocker was there with me every party. Even we had guests, DJ Scratch, Evil D, like everybody would come down and do parties for me, whether it was at M15, Negril Village, wherever, just because it was my party, because I had relationships with everybody. So
you said the key word, relationships.
I tell people that relationships are definitely, and as even D Night, like, and the funny thing is that as expensive Goldfinger, like all these DJs who was like, people were spending top dollars to them to spend, they would come to the party and just spend. But the key was, I never asked them to, but they also knew that my crowd was their crowd as well. And we all knew each other. So it was an easier thing. So I'm sorry to get off of that, but now let's get back to you. Since you've been DJing and promoting, you've also actually, I'll get into that in a second. But as a DJ / promoter doing your thing, what has been like your highlights? What are you most proud of? And I know one of the things you're going to say, but I want to push that to the side for a minute because I want to focus on that with your annual event.
Yeah,
look, I know you're going to say that, but I want that to be a part of a different conversation. But just in general, like, what is it that you've in your career as a DJ or in the industry in general, what has been some of your highlights or your proudest moments?
Well, wow. There's a few. Obviously, DJing on WBLS, iconic station here in New York. That's kind of a, sometimes you gotta look back. Like, I try to be humble, but sometimes you gotta look back and kind of pat yourself on the back. I come from a town of 32,000 people. You know what I'm saying? And that DJing on WBLS is one of the most coveted jobs a urban DJ can have. You know what I'm saying? So that was big. Getting a show in another market, Atlanta, Magic 107.5, and then 2 years on there, and now I'm on Classics 102.9 every Monday through Thursday. That was big too. In terms of live gigs, playing Giant Stadium for the HBCU Classic, like 50,000 people in there. It's crazy, which was a funny story in itself because Howard was getting crushed. And after halftime, the coach told them to make me turn off my music because their players was dancing on the sideline. They wasn't focused. I was like, that don't explain 35 nothing at halftime. Anyway, exactly. So, but probably my two biggest were when I got the call from my brother Steve Pamman. What's up, Q? How you doing, bro? When he was like, hey, what you doing June 7th? Would you like to DJ for Beyonce? he said it like there was an option of me saying no. Like, I don't know, I gotta check my schedule.
There's a singer you might have heard of, but
So I did her VIP event, which was wild in itself, because I got there and they told me I can't, her VIP event occurs before the concert. And it's basically all her biggest fans, her Beehive people, you got dads there with their little girls or whatever. It's like a wide range of people, but they all love Beyonce. So I got there and the guy who's running the event says, oh, by the way, you can't play any Beyonce. I'm like, what? Like, you're trying to get me killed. But then I remembered I just did like a Jay-Z Beyonce tribute event. And what I ended up doing was playing like all the samples that she used, and they was loving it. It was crazy. When you get a chance to ask Steve Pamman, president of Versus, he used to be the COO of Parkwood Entertainment, which is Beyonce's company. He'll tell you all about it, man. The dude told me that was the first time on tour that people actually danced at that particular event. So that was dope. And then a year later, I did Nassau Coliseum. Now, mind you, that was at Citi Field. That was at Met Stadium. I did Nassau Coliseum for the 444 tour, Jay-Z, the same type of party. And the cool thing about that was they was like, yo, play all the Jay-Z you want. So I was cool with them. And I started thinking his catalog is so much bigger than hers, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been at it a long time. So those, aside from what we're going to talk about, those are definitely, I'm sorry. Two more things I got to add. Played at the, and one thing I'm big on is playing, is speaking things into existence. So there were several things I spoke into existence. One, I said I want to DJ I want to DJ at Martha's Vineyard. I heard the crowd there is amazing, and this Uptown Magazine party. I keep hearing things about it. Ended up doing the Uptown Magazine party like 4 years in a row, and whatever. So that was great. I want to DJ at the Apollo one day. I want to end up DJing at the Apollo twice in a 7-day period last year. And of course, the world's most famous arena. Man, I would love to do a set at Madison Square Garden, man. I feel like I've done all the major, sporting, spots in New York. I want to do Madison Square Garden. And sure enough, I ended up big up to my man Compton himself for help making that happen. I ended up DJing the HBCU night for the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. And it was hard because, I'm a Miami Heat fan, but hey, they was like throwing some Knicks gear. I was like, oh, let's do it. so it's all good, man. And it's funny because I do like the Knicks. I'm just a Heat fan, but I don't like when the Knicks do bad because that's bad for business, period. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in New York.
Yeah, like I always tell people, like when the sports teams do well in New York, as a DJ, you'd love that because people are in more of a celebratory mood. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's cool. Oh, I just want to give a shout out to KB. I see that he's commented on Facebook as well as DWI. DWI gave me my first radio show.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody makes mistakes. So I don't blame him. He's probably a good brother.
like me inviting you on this platform.
Boy, I'm boosting your ratings.
And Gene Gilliard. I don't like him, but I'll give him a shout out.
Gene. Joe, Gene is too happy this is happening.
Yeah.
He don't even want to interview. He just wants insults.
Yeah, exactly. If you see his face, you'll understand why. No. But I just want to acknowledge them because, like I said, I just happened to see them commenting on Facebook. But there is one event that you do that I definitely give you props for, and I know that's like your pride and joy. And I'll let you talk about it because, like I said, it's definitely a good thing, and I like what it represents and the reason you're doing it.
Okay. So he's talking about DJ Jon Quick's Heroines of Excellence Awards. Used to be called DJ Jon Quick Beauty and the Beast, but it was just too long. So I cut the Beauty and the Beast off because we're looking at the Beast to my, I guess technically that would be to my right.
No, that'd be
technically to my right. But anyway.
You knew what you were doing when you made it Beauty and the Beast.
Anyway, so it's DJ Jon Quick's Heroines of Excellence Awards. And what I do with that is I honor women who are young and on the come up, or, more seasoned women who have been there, done that, and never have properly received their flowers. And the way it started was, it was supposed to be a Haitian fundraiser. Remember the big Haitian earthquake in 2010? And my dear friend, Rochelle H., y'all know her from Medea's Family Reunion. Y'all know her from the wife of Hondo on SWAT, and now she's going to have a new show out. Big shout out to her. Big shout out to Rochelle. She has a show out, I believe it's going to be called Watson on CBS, I believe. Yeah, it's dope. Morris Chestnut is in it or whatever. But long story short, she called me. She goes, yo, John, I'm so proud of you. I love the way you stepping up for Haiti. Is there anything I could do? And at the time, she was living in L.A., and I was like, well, she still lives in L.A. And I said, well, what you can do if you want, next time you come to New York, we can throw a party and give what the hell you doing, bro? You hear that?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
She called me. She goes, yo, John, I'm so proud of you. Oh, man, it's echoing.
Wait, hold up. Okay.
Yes, it's echoing.
Okay, yeah.
Coming to
you should be fine now. I don't know how that happened. Sorry.
It's okay.
We're just good. Yeah, okay, we're good. Sorry.
Look, I'm very familiar with bootleg setups. It's all good, bro. Anyway, so she's coming to New York, and I'm thinking, I said, well, it's gonna be March when she comes. That's International Women's Month. Maybe I should do something around, women or whatever. And it ended up, it's like, hey, I know some really dope women. Let me just honor them, give them the flowers or whatever. Call it my Heroines of Excellence Awards. So we did it. It was an incredible success. Like it was bananas. And everybody's like, yo, man, you got to do this every year now. I was like, damn, man. Now here we are. This year was my 14th year of doing it. I've honored everybody from Beverly Bond to Vanessa Williams to Mashonda Tafur, Big Les, Deja Vu, Shayla. I could go on and on. So many dope women I've honored, and I'm going to be doing my 15th one next year. I got some really dope names, I'm going to be honoring. I still need your help with that one. Said I still want to honor her. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say names right now, but I definitely want to do that. But yeah, man, it's my pride and joy because of what it represents. Like, and it's a lot of hard work because I pretty much do it by myself. And I always say, oh man, this is the last year I'm doing this shit. This shit is crazy. It's taking but then when you hear their stories and when you hear how seen they feel, you know what I mean? Like the smiles on their face is just pure joy. It makes it worth my while, man. And I built up a lot of good karma, I think, with this, doing this as well, man, because I'm a strong believer in what you put out to the universe. And yeah, man, I love doing it. And I love Black women. I love women of color, man, because, they get a bum rap sometimes in the media. And, I was raised by a woman of color. So, to me, it's kind of an ode to her as well. So yeah.
No, I mean, that's impressive because, Black women aren't celebrated enough. So
no,
that's
I agree.
A good thing. And especially after, this past presidential election and the
crazy.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Crazy. Bro, we literally chose a 34-time felon over an educated, just impressive, well-spoken Black woman. That's what we chose. It's really, to me, it's beyond baffling. Like this honestly, this could easily have been an episode of the X-Files or the Twilight Zone.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. When Cat Williams kicked the year off with that Shannon Sharp.
Oh yeah.
I knew this year. I knew we was in for something this year.
Yes.
And
yes.
the only good thing is that we have 5 weeks left. So hopefully, whatever's gonna happen will happen before the end of the year. We can start anew.
Yes.
And fresh because this has been a crazy year and it's just bananas and I don't really get too much into politics, but I just hate the fact that, and of course this is my opinion, that America wasn't ready for a Black woman to lead.
Exactly.
Because that was the only reason, because there was no other reason.
Bro, I had promoters that a lot of y'all know that I reached out to, and some were like, "Hey, I'm already doing something. I love that." But then I had a couple who I used to respect tell me, "Oh, well, Black men don't really like her, and I'm not going to do an event to fundraise for her because even though I'm going to vote for her, I'm like, you're not even making any sense right now." You know what I'm saying? So let me get this right. Because you don't think your event will be well attended, you're not going to throw it an event to try to raise funds for this woman who's clearly being outspent by the billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I was just so disappointed. My mom always told me, when somebody shows you who they are, you believe them.
You believe them.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped going to your parties. You showed me that you were an air bleeder, so I stopped going.
Whatever. Yeah, that's right. That's why you featured me in Black Enterprise. You know what I'm saying? You had me in the Negril Village, but that's okay, Sid. I get it.
But you know what?
That's your way of saying, man, I idol him.
No, that's my way of saying I do charity work. My mother always said give back. My mother practiced. My mother had me practicing giving back, and this is the last time because I've given back. What, like you said, the Negril Village, Black Enterprise. My friends are better than yours, so you're done. So,
obviously, you have a great mother. Your mother has a big heart, because she still has you living in her basement. So, I mean, damn, like that's,
I'm about to go back upstairs in a minute. So,
you push a retirement age living in your mom's basement. That's, yeah.
I mean, it's still better than being homeless. So, I am good. But
oh my God,
what would be a dream job for you, a dream gig that would put you like on a different stratosphere?
Dream gig.
But you have to brush your teeth though.
Oh damn. Well, you shouldn't ask people to do things that you don't do. Well, actually, no,
Right.
you didn't. You didn't ask me to gargle. That's right. I forgot. Anyway, my dream gig would be doing a Michael Jordan party with all stars that came up with him, so we'd all be around the same age, so I could play what I want to play, whatever. Because some people be like, "Yo, how come you don't do All-Star Weekend?" I said, because these are young players. I'm not playing that crap. It's like, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So my dream to be do something like I've done, obviously I spun for Shaq before, but to do like a Michael Jordan party, like because he used to do those parties, in the islands, like in the Bahamas and all that. Like my man Tommy Allen used to do them. He used to always tell me like, "Yeah, it's crazy." So I was like, "Yeah, I would like to do one of those, definitely." Or even on a yacht, on that big ass yacht he has, or whatever. Because I did one of my dream gigs. I forgot to mention that. Big up to my girl Keisha Walker for Insights Marketing. She had me do Jerome Bettis's retirement party in Canton, Ohio. For people who know me, I'm a diehard Steelers fan. So all the Steelers from like the 80s and the 90s, they were all there. It was bananas. That was a dream. Like I could have, if somebody said you have to retire tomorrow, I would have been good with that. Like real talk.
Me too.
Why can't you be good with just taking a shower?
That's too much effort.
That's too much.
But you know what? Speaking of Michael Jordan, I went to my first Michael Jordan party 2 months ago in New York.
What?
Celebrating the 5th year of his tequila.
Damn, I don't even know here. What's the name of his tequila?
Wait, hold up. It's on my site. Well, let me tell you the story while I try to look it up. I've posted because I get invited to a lot of things.
Which is a mystery in itself. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a great person. So one of the people that works with one of the publicists, I always post on my site, for his tequila, and she invited me. Now this is the thing. A lot of publicists or people that work with people usually invite me to the parties because they want coverage. Mm-hmm. Understandable, but if I'm not trying to work, then I'm not going.
Yeah.
But she was like, "Want you to come out?" She didn't even say he was going to be there, but we're celebrating his thing. So I was like, "Okay, you know what? That should be a good party. That should be a nice party. Different crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Wealthy people.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let me, I threw on a little blazer, got a little spizzy up. And when I got there,
you rented one?
No, I went to my neighbor. He didn't even realize, because he goes to sleep early. He didn't even realize it was going, But anyway, so, and the thing is, she invited me out, and she's like, "No, just come out. You've been supporting us, so I just want you to come out and enjoy yourself." Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I get some free drinks, some food, because I know it's gonna be some food there because it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
The first person, like literally when I'm walking in, the first person, he almost ran me over. Michael Strahan. I'm like, whoa.
I love Mike.
So I'm like, okay, oh, this is one of these parties, right?
Yeah,
so I'm walking around, then I see A-Rod.
Wow.
Then I see Derek Jeter.
Wow. That's crazy.
What's his name? From Fab Five, not Jerron Howard. Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around a party like, yo, I'm at the right party.
I'm just laughing because all those dudes are well over 6 feet. I mean, they probably just saw the top of your head.
Listen, yeah. And I had my afro because I didn't have my braids and I had my afro out. So people definitely I was definitely noticeable.
So they probably was looking at you like, okay, he's somebody. I just don't know who he is, but he's somebody. Probably. Yeah. No, real talk. Yeah.
But Michael Jordan was there. Now, this was the type of DJ Khaled, Fabulous. It was nothing but celebrities and sports. And I'm like, yo, this is the type of party that I need to be at because it is different. Now, I used to go to those type of parties years ago, when they were doing a thing, but it's a different game now and different people. And the people that be doing those type of parties, I don't want to hang out with the Migos. I don't want to hang out with
exactly.
No disrespect. I'm just saying, I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
But I'm literally in the midst of several billionaires.
Wow.
And when I say multi, I mean multi-millionaires. And I'm like, I know for a fact that I am the poorest person in this place right now. And you know what? I don't mind.
Yeah, it's all good,
I don't mind because I'm like looking around like, and then Michael Jordan actually walks by me and I'm looking up like, yo. I'm like, yo. But this is the thing. Now, at parties, people take pictures and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I was not taking out my phone because
no.
I'm not
you made the right move. You made the right move.
They'd pull me from my jacket and be like, okay, get him out of here.
Yep.
Get him out of here.
Yep.
And the only people who took pictures were people that were actually friends. Like A-Rod is taking pictures with Derek Jeter. And that's understandable.
Yeah.
But now if I knew them, that's different.
Yeah, that's different. But if you don't know them, you got to establish that respect. You got to establish that respect because otherwise, man, how this groupie get in here? Yeah,
exactly. And that's one thing I wasn't going to be, labeled a groupie. And but like you said, like a Michael Jordan party, man, it was incredible because it's like anytime I turn around to somebody else, and of course a lot of sports players, and of course I'm only 5'7.5", so Michael Jordan 6'6" and A-Rod 6'3". I mean, I'm looking at people like, wow. I'm like,
they're looking at you like
women, and
they're looking at you like, is he the help?
Yeah, they're like, go give me a drink. Can you go give me that order? And I'm not gonna front. Beautiful women there, beautiful women.
Oh, you already know.
I'm saying to myself, don't play yourself, Ced. Don't even say hi. Don't even look in your direction. If one of them looks at you, look away.
Look away.
don't even play yourself. And I'm literally like, and there was one girl that actually spoke to me. And she's like, oh, I love your hair. And this and another. Look at her like, yeah, but I know. If you know. So, I mean, she wasn't really that attractive. That's what it really was. But I'm looking at her like, yeah, you don't want to talk to me because you might be able to buy and sell me, and But now I understand why. I've always understood why women respond the way they do at these parties, and the rich guys respond the way they do because it's like, okay, I have money, so you're gonna come here, you're gonna do whatever you have to do, so that way you can get whatever you want. And and vice versa. But I'm like, I'm looking at the party like, okay, let me look at the servers. Let me look at the servers. Even a person checking off the list. I'm like, she's checking off Michael Jordan's name. She's not checking for Big CED. So it's like, oh, you're Big CED. Okay, get in. Get out the way to the real celebrity. Excuse me. But that atmosphere was definitely a great atmosphere to be in, to be around. Not only all of that money, but the accolades that these people have, and just being around and being in their environment.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we can party with people like that. They'll come to a party but won't stay too long because they're like, these people, and not to say that they really think this, but it's like, this is beneath me. But they're in their element. Like it was like I left before them, and I'm not used to leaving before the celebrities. I'm used to the celebrities coming and go right back. They don't get
a lot of events like that. So
that's what I'm saying. So I was in their element, and I definitely appreciate it. And it's like, you know what? Let me start doing this podcast and get some real guests. But you were available, so I said, let me just talk to you. But anyway, but I understand. Like, if you're able to do a Michael Jordan party, that would definitely be something, because like even he. Just the way he looked, like he was so comfortable. And I've seen him at parties before. He'll be at the party like,
I saw him, the last time I saw him at a party was in Philadelphia when they had the All-Star game, where they had that really whack dunk contest. And we went, there's a funny story behind that too. So it was three of us, me, my cousin, my frat brother Chuck, and my frat brother Terry. Somehow we all got separated. And we didn't know what we was going to do. We didn't know what we was going to do.
They left. You can say it. Go ahead.
No. Here's the place. So we didn't know what we were going to do afterwards. And then one of my friends hit me like, yo, I ran to Chuck. He was like, I ran to Chuck, and this person was like, yo, I got 2 tickets. Y'all want to go? And to this the official NBA joint. And we was like, yeah, whatever, yo, no doubt. And we asked him, like, can you get a third one? He goes, I don't know, I'll try. He goes, but in the meantime, let me know if you want these or not. If not, I'm gonna sell. So of course, me and Chuck was like, yo, let's do it. So we bought the tickets and everything, and we couldn't get a third one for Terry. And then Terry saw them damn pictures. Bro, he was hot. He let us have it. I was like, yo, man, what you want to do? It was so funny because he ain't the type to get mad over stuff like that, but he was burnt that day, boy. I was crying, but no, man, it was dope because that party, Shaq Khan was performing, and I'm walking up to the stage, I see this chick with this banging body, and I was like, so I'm walking, and she turns around real quick, it's freaking Ananda Lewis and whatever. So I'm standing there like, oh damn, she fine as hell. And she was really nice. We said hello and everything. And then all of a sudden I feel somebody behind me. I turn around, all I see is like stomach and it's Shaq. He's like, what's up, dog? What's good, Q? Because me and Shaq, we got branded by the same, for those who don't know, Shaq is a member of Omega Psi Phi like myself. We got branded by the same person. So that's how I knew I had met Shaq like years before that. It was actually like a couple years before that. He said, what's up, dog? I was like, I can't remember you even remember me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so now to say later on in the party, Michael Jordan, who's also a member of our great fraternity, we see a line, and we think it's like a line to get drinks or something. No, it was like a line to speak to him, right? So I was like, I ain't waiting in no damn line to speak to one of the bro. So I start going, and he turns around, bro, and does the same thing back. Yo, my cousin, he's not in the industry world at all, he damn near fainted. I was laughing, and I was just mad that I didn't take a picture. I would have took a picture of that. They would just have to kick me out the party. I don't care. But I was mad. But the thing was, that was different. Yeah, that was different because they invited a lot of like regular folks like myself, to that event. Like, you could literally, if you knew the right person, you could get a ticket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that event looked like it was definitely invite only, whatever. But yeah, man, but I'm saying I have to say, it's like, yeah, man, it's really cool to see them relaxed in their own. And like I saw Lisa Leslie dancing with Paul Pierce. It was bananas, man. It was just really cool, man. It was definitely really cool.
And I'm gonna be honest, like at that Michael Jordan party, the most that a celebrity is gonna get out of me is a head nod. Yeah. Because I can't. And the thing is, because being that we know celebrities, we hang with celebrities, we know their train of thought. When other people that they don't know come up, so I'm like, I don't care if we never see each other again. You're not looking at me like I'm some clown trying to get a
exactly.
I'm like,
exactly.
The most you're gonna get, and the funny thing is, over the years, I've met some people where they'll be like, what's up, and then we end up to mutual friends then speaking. Yeah. And it's like I forgot who it was, but they was like, I like the fact that you did the head nod. I said, listen, you're not playing me. He started laughing, and I just appreciate the fact that like being in that atmosphere, and it's like I need to be more of those.
Like, I did an event. I did Kevin Lyle's, I think it was 45th birthday party, and you got super heavy hitters in the room. You got Trey Songz, you got Estelle. What's the dude that used to be at Def Jam, the executive? Leora Cohen's in the room, sitting at the table with Jay-Z. So, the table, we did it at this spot. I think, I want to say it was called The Library. I just remember it was a bunch of albums. You know what I'm talking? It was like a club within a club on 14th Street. It was like a club within a club. I forgot the name of it, man. But anyway, long story short, I'm DJing and, Jay's in there, whatever. So I said, yo, I'm going to do my Jay-Z set. So I start killing a little Jay-Z set. And he turns around, and I did just like that. And matter of fact, he nodded at me first, and then I nodded back. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then a few years later, I ended up meeting him through Thomas Lytell from Def Jam. When he did that thing for VH1 Storytellers. Yeah, he had a screening. Yeah, so I ended up meeting him years later. But that was wild, man. But I'm saying all to say, like, again, that was another one of those parties where you just had to know somebody to be there. His wife threw it was ex-wife now, threw an amazing surprise party for him, man. That definitely was a career highlight too. I needed to add that one in there. I almost forgot about that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said,
listen, man. Look, I got to go use the bathroom, man. I've been sitting here, man.
I'm about to ask you. I was just about to ask you, like, you have anything else coming up? Or
yeah, absolutely. So tomorrow, I need y'all to join me, my radio mate, DJ Charisma, DJ Storm and Norman from Sunday Sermon, as we celebrate 7 years of NYC Dope. My man DJ Cozy, my man DJ Mark Smooth. It's going down at the Secret Room. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is go to my Facebook page, Superhero DJ Jon Quick. The link is there. And then Friday, we're doing all black everything at the Matrix Lounge in Harlem, which used to be the old Cove Lounge. They've remodeled it. It's amazing. It's myself, DJ Dynamite Black, who's actually the son of Cameo lead singer Larry Blackman, and my man DJ Capone, you know, Deacon Harris, you know, Kev Bracey, they're hosting with us, man. It's gonna be dope. Just make sure you wear your all black. And all those links, you can either get them on my Facebook page, Superhero DJ Jon Quick, or follow me at DJ Jon Quick. That's at DJ JONQUICK on Instagram. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, I would say it was a pleasure talking to you, but
oh, wait. Friday and Saturday nights, 12 midnight, 94.7 The Block. Gotham After Dark on Fridays. That's all boom bap music from the boom bap era. And of course, Saturday nights with the Superheroes, all classic hip hop and R&B, a little bit of reggae and everything. And then in Atlanta, I'm on Classics 102.9 every other week, Monday through Thursday. It's called The Vibe Mix. And this is really something different for me, where I play all mid-tempo R&B. Like you'll hear Sade, you'll hear Raheem Devon, you hear Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, Music Soul Child, stuff like that. So that's been a lot of fun, man. Because when I'm not DJing in the club, that's pretty much what I listen to. I love smooth R&B. So anyway, smooth, which is the opposite of Ced's hairdo, but it's all good. The mad scientist himself. The evil genius.
I could do a man bun.
Oh man, don't disrespect Juju Watkins like that.
Yeah, she's
all right, brother. No, man, but thanks for having me on,
thanks
man.
Once again.
So now everybody realizes we're not real enemies, even though on Facebook it may look like it.
Speak for yourself. So thanks once again. Good luck for the rest of the year, and good luck for 2025.
No doubt. And I'll definitely look into that discount for breath mints for you. I know you was asking me about it.
And I'm about to get on the phone with DJ Scratch to continue those DJ lessons he's been giving you.
Hey, DJ Scratch give anybody DJ lessons, so that ain't a diss. Dummy.
I taught DJ Scratch how to scratch.
Whatever. The only thing you taught him is to stay at least 10 feet away from you while you're breathing.
Once again, everybody, this is Big Said, Industry Cosign. My friends are better than yours, except when it comes to tonight. Your friends might be better than mine tonight. But
first of all, they don't even believe you have friends. But listen, I did him a favor. He don't have no blackmail stuff over me. But he might have it on the other people that come on the show, but not me.
As long as, well, anyway, thank you, everyone. Tune in, sign up, subscribe, do all that. I hate when people say that, so I don't want to say that. But thanks for tuning in. Until the next time, peace.
Peace.